Blessings and namaste, everyone. It's Oracle Maureen. So, today I thought I would share with you some information that I think is important for those of you that receive readings on a regular basis. As a reader, I have been asked over the years, can a reading change? Does a reading change, Maureen? Well, guess what? I have the answer for you. Yes and no. Here's what I mean. The no part is sometimes the message will come through in a reading to a person, and that is it. Whatever is meant for that person, for their job, their relationship, their health, whatever it is, nothing will move that circumstance. It is pretty much set in stone, which is a lot of the case, actually. However, most people think that it is permanently that way, that it is always set in stone. The reality, it isn't. I'm going to explain to you why. My guides have taught me over the years, as well as God, that we, with our free will, we're always making choices. And with our choices, we're always creating changes and shifts. And because we're always creating changes and shifts, we tend to sometimes get ourselves off track and off our path. Sometimes we are behind on a lesson plan. Sometimes we may be excelling and we could be a little forward. That is a big reason why sometimes predictions in readings may look like it's wrong when really it never was wrong. The message that came through in a reading came through crystal clear, but why it didn't come through for that person was because they made a different choice in their life, and that choice altered the outcome, that they didn't receive that gift or that consequence of whatever it was that came in that reading. Another reason is because of free will. You can't control your soulmates or your kindred spirits. When they make choices and get themselves off track, they can get themselves out of alignment with you. When that happens, that prediction that you may have received when you had a reading with a psychic medium, all of a sudden it didn't happen because that soulmate or that kindred spirit, they changed the fate of your relationship with them because they got off track. For whatever reason, you're not in alignment with that soul anymore. They've moved over here, so then God has to send in your next soulmate or kindred spirit, kind of like a stand-in. Because we can't control the free will of other people is a big reason why there's a shifting that happens with predictions and readings. So it can look like a psychic medium could be wrong when in fact they actually never were wrong. Your circumstances changed because either you made a shift and you changed your future fate by getting yourself off track, either because you were lagging behind on something and you no longer earned that gift, or you may have sped up and you may have actually earned a bigger gift but didn't recognize it yet, or that soulmate or kindred spirit scenario couldn't get on track, couldn't get on the right path with you because they moved over here and now they're no longer in alignment to be with you any longer. When heaven opened my eyes to that, I went, oh my gosh. Oh. That's why some things would end up being so different for some people. Readings would come in what's called clear, loud, and accurate, but then in reality, their life would take a turn. My guides showed me why it didn't actually manifest and happen for them was because things took a turn because of their free will or the free will of the other players in their life, their chosen soulmates. There you have it. When you have readings with a psychic medium, I call it like this. Most all the time, the guidance that you're going to get from the qualified psychic mediums are going to be pretty much, we call it permanent. It should be kind of permanent, cemented in, but not always. And now you know why. You, with your free will, can change it at any given moment. Kuan Yin just said, because when you choose not to obey, also in a reading, the guidance that you were given, that will also alter it. It could delay it, it could speed it up, or it could also even cost you something. So there's another factor, your level of obedience. The obedience that you perform at when you're being given your messages on however they come in. Why are you receiving this? So you have greater insight and can learn the lesson of things can shift because of your free will. If you don't want it to shift, then you're better off to obey whatever message, whatever guidance that you are initially being given to keep yourself on track. You're also better off to keep yourself more connected to your guides and angels on a regular basis, meditating on a regular basis so that you're more linked in with them so you can receive more of their thoughts and messages more frequently will help you. Having the clarity so you don't go negative on your psychic mediums and make that mistake and inaccurately criticize them when really there should be no criticism on them. It's simply the future change for you because of the shift of free will choices having altered it. Now you know the shifts that can happen, which will alter future fate predictions that you may have been given. Okay, this was Oracle Maureen, bringing you insight and awareness to help you navigate and maneuver your life here on Earth. Namaste. Until next time.